So during the early 17th century, Europe was craving for spices. So they wanted to build ships to go to Asia and bring back the spices so they could sell them. And as you'd imagine, ships aren't that cheap. So what the Dutch did, the Dutch meaning the people from the Netherlands, they tried to pull the money of every citizen in Amsterdam, so that they could get the capital to buy the ships. In a sense, anybody in Amsterdam could earn money or be an investor from the trade of spices. And thus, that's how the Dutch East India Company was made. Dutch East India Company. And it was the first ever company to issue shares. The advantages for issuing shares or stocks, as the Dutch East India Company did, was one, they could get more money because more people could invest in that company. More people. The public was encouraged to invest in the company, and the public eventually rose in wealth by investing in the company. Everybody in Amsterdam wanted to invest in the Dutch East India Company at that time because it was so successful and the demand for spices was so high. Another advantage was the risk was limited, so limited risk. What this means is that, let's say for example, I invested in a boat, in a ship by myself. So that's one boat, and by chance that ship sank while sailing in the ocean. So I would be left with no ships at all. But if I invested in the Dutch East India Company, I would be in essence investing in 1/10 of 10 ships, because the Dutch East India Company owned many ships. So if one ship sank, it wouldn't hurt that much because I would only be losing 1/10 of the portion that I actually invested. So limited risk. And one other huge pull for investors in investing in the company was that the Dutch East India Company was the first ever limited liability company. This term may sound familiar with you. You might hear it after some company's name, like company's name LLC. LLC means limited liability company. What limited liability means is you only stand to lose what you invest in the company. Let's say for example I invested in a non-LLC company. I invested 100 pesos. After some time, the company did something wrong, and there was a lawsuit. The one who instituted the lawsuit may demand more than what the company is actually worth. So I might be demanded to pay more than 100 pesos. I might be demanded to pay 200 pesos. So I would lose a negative 100. So I would lose 200 pesos or 200 pesos. But if you invest in an LLC company, even if other companies sue that company, you can only lose as much as what you invest. So in an LLC company, for the same situation, I'd only stand to lose 100 pesos. Still bad, but not as bad as losing twice the amount. Now, that's the start of why companies issue stocks. But what is a stock? You'll probably notice this is a balance sheet. And you'll see here the assets, the liabilities, and the company's equity. Stocks are basically the equity in the company, and they divide it into equal parts, or shares. That's why they call stocks shares, because the company's equity are divided into shares. And these shares are either retained by the company, or sometimes to get more capital, they issue them to investors. So they sell shares to investors, and in turn, the investors give the company capital. The advantage for the company is that by issuing shares, they get money so that the company will grow. And what the investors get is, by investing their money, they hope that by making the company grow, their money also grows. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.